On May 25th of 2205, I came home to find a card in my door. It was from the police. What had happened next was it changed the trajectory of my life. My husband had passed away in a drowning accident, and I had 3 kids. Okay, so yeah, exactly. Wow. Oh my gosh. You know, what do you do? Can you imagine what transpired next? First of all, why am I sharing this in the HR gathering? Why? Hopefully by the end of this presentation, the things will start to click for you. Picture the scene. Kim Shaw walks into Bob Johnson's office and says, "Hey, Bob, if you could change just one thing about our company that would increase employee productivity by just 200%, would you do it?" What do you think Bob said? Bob looks at me all crazy-eyed and skeptical and says, "Well, duh, of course I would," right? But at the same time, he's thinking this kind of change is going to be impossible. Actually, it's not impossible. It's doing what we already do, developing our talent. Sounds like a no-brainer, doesn't it? I wish. Has anybody ever worked for an organization? Have you ever felt like training was just something from a cost center that's just sucking in money, as opposed to being in a profit center, the profit side of the business? Peter Drucker said, if you think training is expensive, try ignorance. The cost of training is far outweighing the cost of a well-trained employee. 87% of millennials, and this is going so fast, so you gotta bear with me now. Okay, first time. Not true, especially if the competitors are training their people. There's truth in numbers, guys. Countless people, especially there's studies out there that say that employees prefer being in an organization that provides them development, that provides them training, that provides them an ability to grow. Okay, so, yes, I'm way behind. Oh, my Lord. Okay. All right, okay. So, 12 times people are 12 times likely to leave an organization that does not have training. If you want to grow your organization, 218% higher productivity. Training does that according to ATD. Okay, companies that offer comprehensive training programs, 200%. They also enjoy 24% higher profit margin. Wouldn't you like that? Yes, you would like that. Happy employees. Okay, I'm ahead of the game now. All right. The benefit of praise and training in successful companies that give their employees not out of pure goodness of heart. We don't do that out of pure goodness, but there is an actual correlation between happy employees and a successful business. It's true, guys. It's true. So what is that? Giving the people what they want to be successful and themselves at the same time. Bringing in that whole person. Remember what I shared at the beginning of my presentation? That's where it all began. That's where my journey began. I was me. So I hope that I shared a pretty good picture of a few items that make my point. Here, these guys on the screen that you see right now are some guys that the group of people that I had the pleasure of serving in the Philippines. I went there. I had an amazing time. I trained them in an unconventional way, of course. Got in a little bit of trouble about that. But it was different. It was dissimilar. It was unlike. It was not the status quo. The time that I spent with them was amazing. At the end of the day, yes, I was reprimanded, but the outcome was well over 200% of their usual output. They performed better than they had ever. My boss said, "What did you tell these people? What did you do to them?" I didn't do anything. I treated them like people, right? The lessons that I learned and shared my 25 years of corporate service have always taught me a valuable lesson. Our people require us as leaders. You guys saw that on the screen, right? What happens if you train people and they leave? Remember this one? What happens if you don't and they stay? HR nightmare. Been there, done that. Yep. So I'm sure you've seen these quotes, guys. Challenging the status quo and being further motivated, and thanks to the skills and knowledge of the few people or positive outcomes of training for your people. You already know that. Breaking through the process, breaking through that thought process of cost centers versus profit centers is so important. We are profit centers, okay? You can't have a good organization unless you got well-trained people, I'm just saying. Okay? So, before foregoing training, always consider how much more expensive it is not to train. Period. You want to make money, you train your people. You want to lose, you don't. That's it.